Hey guys, this is an update on the third Tron movie. As you know, Disney is actively producing such a movie, and I've seen a number of videos on YouTube, so I thought, well, I'm gonna do my own take. Enjoy! Somehow, it does not feel it has been 11 years since the release of the second Tron movie, TRON Legacy. Directed by Joseph Kosinski and starring Gareth Hedlund, Olivia Wilde and Jeff Bridges, the movie did not make the kind of splash that was hoped for. It was a good sequel, but also forgettable, and with earnings just over 400 million against a budget of 170 million, it made a third movie a risky endeavor. According to the rule of thumb, movies usually have to earn about 3 times their budget. With the decent home video sales, Legacy managed just about that, but not much more. This put into question the popularity of the franchise. While I am a fan of the original 1982 Tron movie, I can see it is also dated and flawed, and I'm not sure youngsters would ever see it. The first few years after Tron Legacy, most fans of the franchise expected Disney to ditch Tron completely, but instead it has managed to persist. Rumors of a third Tron movie remained, with the director of Legacy, Joseph Kosinski, usually mentioned to direct. Tron also had its own animated series, Tron Uprising, in 2012. Since 2016 there's also a Tron ride at Shanghai Disneyland and soon also at Tomorrowland in the Magic Kingdom. So Disney has not ditched Tron at all, but appears to be popularizing it. Slowly since 2010, Tron Legacy also appears to become better known and even liked. I see references to the movie more often. For a few years now it is clear a third Tron movie is in the works, but Disney is hoping for the stars to align. In 2017, rumors began that Jared Leto was set to star in the third movie, an announcement that caused much consternation as the actor had no prior involvement with the franchise. On his Twitter account he teased the title as being Tron Ares. Considering Jared Leto's penchant for playing villains, it is without a doubt that he will play the subtitle character. Then the search for a director began. Many had hoped that Joseph Kosinski would return, but in August 2020 it was confirmed Gareth Davis would direct, using a script by Jesse Wigatow. However, with the pandemic, development has been slow. In August of this year, the production attracted Patrice Vermette as production designer after previously working on Denis Villeneuve's Dune. Right now, filming is set to start in the summer of 2022, starring Jared Leto and maybe Liu Yifei, star of Mulan. It is unclear if any of the actors from the original movie or its sequel will return. Many had hoped Jeff Bridges, Gareth Hedlund and Olivia Wilde would. Personally, I also want Bruce Boxleitner to return as the title character. So that brings me to the reasons for making this movie. What do I want from a third Tron movie? Tron Legacy ends with Sam and Cora riding into the sunset on his Ducati, a scene long foreshadowed in the movie. For Cora, it is her first time in the real world. It was long hoped by fans that the third Tron movie would explore this possibility further. Cora would be a fish out of the water, but also have abilities that are part of her nature as an isomorphic algorithm, or ISO. Actress Olivia Wilde was keen to return and stated the movie Splash as inspiration. Splash is the 80s movie starring Tom Hanks and Daryl Hannah, in which she portrays a mermaid who has to learn all kinds of skills when she decides to live on land. Basically it is a romantic comedy, though Hannah's character is being pursued by scientists who want to dissect her. As part of the third Tron movie, that could well be a plot point as well. At this moment it is unclear if Olivia Wilde or Gareth Hedlund will even return. The Ares subtitle suggests a story very different from the prior movie. Meanwhile, Olivia Wilde and Gareth Hedlund have seen their careers soar, especially Wilde, who has since become a director of note. I can understand that Tron will only remain in the rearview mirror. One of the weirdest parts of Tron Legacy is the opening scene in which Sam sabotages the latest release of Encom's operating system. In it we see a character named Edward Dillinger Jr, son of the villain from the first movie, being played by Cillian Murphy. While he actively attempts to undo the sabotage by Sam, he is rather blasé after he fails. He casually walks away from the boardroom meeting and appears to be phoning an associate. It is a small role, but it did speak volumes, and it is one of the many loose ends from the sequel. Dillinger Jr is as such an enigmatic character. One of the plot points that could be explored is Dillinger Jr being aware of the laser technology that allows people and objects to be digitized. The final thing I want out of a Tron movie is more Tron. The titular character has a surprisingly small role in both movies. In the first, Kevin is in the lead, and in the sequel it is his son Sam. Yet the Tron program created by Alan Bradley arguably saves the day in both stories. While Tron died at the end of Tron Legacy, it would be cool if we could see another iteration of the character. After all, a program can easily be created again if the source code still remains. Seeing more of Alan Bradley would also be great. Meanwhile, Disney could promote the Tron franchise more. While the Fortnite crossover is a start, I do not play Fortnite. A dedicated game would be fantastic. One is rumored to be in development, but rumors exist for many popular franchises. Meanwhile, we are also rapidly approaching the 40th anniversary of the original movie, and an updated Blu-ray release is highly wanted. Finally, if possible, it would be great for fans to see an in-depth analysis of the themes of the Tron franchise. Such books have become quite popular in the last few years. I have read books on Dune, Blade Runner and The Matrix. In fact, right now I am drafting a proposal for such a book. In this case, for Tron. Several publishing companies developed these series. Karas Books, Blackwell and Open Court. With a third movie on the way, this seems to be the best moment to publish such a book. Tell me what you think about that in the comment section below. Well, that was it for this video. Please click on the like button so YouTube will feature my video more prominently. If you want to see more content on Tron, then please become a subscriber. That will help my channel a lot.